Welcome to the Steelers Realm Podcast. And now, here are the boys of Steelers Realm.
Hey, welcome back, Steeler Nation. We are the boys of Steelers Realm. One of your hosts, JT. And by the way, thank you, Andy Hart, for that great intro, as always. But anyhow, guys, thanks for joining us. We're jumping on a little bit early tonight. And our panel tonight is my man, Kitch, over in the Kitch, trying to stew up some positives out of the last game. And, of course, the hijacker with us again. Who brought us in with our pregame and now post-game. And what do you say about that hasn't already been said or posted? But anyhow, we're going to say it again because that's where we're here. And we love our Steelers, rain or shine. We certainly are frustrated, though. But anyhow, yeah, man, got a good show tonight. Kitch. Instant reactions, overall thoughts. You and I sat and watched this from front to back. It's a good thing we had alcohol.
Yeah. Again, for the second year in a row, we just continue to find ways to have a great time during a season-defining loss. We did it for the Pats and Cards last year. We had it for what? The Bengals, the Ravens.
Browns.
Was it the Ravens? Browns? Oh, yeah, the Browns, too. It's like the whole divisional slide. Yeah.
That's it. Hijacker, where were you Sunday?
Sunday? I was with my family. They watched the game with me, and they were not happy either.
Yeah.
There were some words I'm not allowed to repeat on the show.
Yeah. They all Steeler fans, too?
Yeah, they are.
Damn,
very upset, too, like I am.
Better be. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to swallow. And, you know, I mean, we're going to jump into it tonight. A lot of good points to hit on about, you know, basically, you know, our thoughts. Then as you guys jump on to, we'll get your instant reactions and then go over the struggles. The offense, again, man, it's like, you know, Russell Wilson, Pickens, you know, a running game. Why did we switch? There's a couple big topics here I'd like to get your guys' thoughts on too, and as well as everybody else out there. And then we'll go back and look at recapping what our predictions were. And of course, some other news around the league. Maybe we kick that off with a couple things first. But so while we were with you there, Hijacker, why don't you, you know, of course, we weren't happy, but thoughts on the game? I mean, like looking at it now, what is 24 hours later?
Well, I'm happy. We're in the playoffs at least. We did lose our four straight games entering the playoffs, so I'm not too happy where we are at currently. But during the game, our defense did show up, which is kind of been the theme of the season at least. At least they're playing well, which I'm happy to see. But our offense, not so well. Russ is really struggling. Pickens with all those drops, I don't know what's going on with him. And then Firemoove drops the game-winning pass. You know, just a tough game all around. Our offense isn't clicking. Our defense is, at least. I guess that's good. But the Ravens are gonna probably stomp us right now, going with the way things are going.
Well, we'll save that part for Thursday.
Yeah, definitely. We'll save that because, you know, it's tough, and we're all kind of wounded ducks here, you know what I mean? But there are some positives, and we're going to talk about that too going into it. Kitch, you and I were digging up some stats. You and your analytical mind of yours, we were going through some stuff, and we come up with some interesting stuff we're going to share with you coming up Thursday. But in the meantime, check in with Andre Green. What's going on, man? Shout out to you, my brother. Good to see you tonight too. Hey, you know, we win together, we lose together, right? That's what Steeler Nation's all about. As a matter of fact, I was sitting there last evening, after the Steeler game, I just did not feel like watching anything football related and just wanted to just kind of let it sink in and kind of move on for it. But as it did, I started thinking about a couple topics, and I'm going to start noting these topics down and I'm going to start posting blogs and open it up to you guys too for like your own op-eds and blogs if you want to post them out there too. But I had some interesting thoughts too. Looking forward to sharing that with you guys. But what I'm being just that, we're fans. We're not just fans. We're not fans at all. We're Steelers Nation. And we're not even Steelers Nation. We're like Steelers Universe.
Yeah,
And so we always find ways to look at the positive. But in the meantime, let's break this down. I couldn't disagree with anything you said, Hijacker. Kit, your thoughts? I mean, overall on this game and then moving forward. I guess we'll get more into that later.
I guess I have one word that we were talking about during the game that kind of sums it all up. It's become routine. All Tomlin would say during the game is guys weren't doing routine things routinely. Well, at this point, it's becoming a whole different routine. We've been backsliding like this constantly for years at the end of the season.
Unroutine.
Well, we definitely want to make it unroutine.
We got to start making routine plays routinely again.
I will say there are positives out of this. With a lot of our defenders getting healthy, the defense looked a lot better. This is probably the best anybody's done on Joe Burrow all year.
Yeah, definitely. And that's a big positive to take from him, to hold him to one touchdown. And I mean, recently, to hold them to, what was it, 19 points?
Yeah.
I mean, hell, Now, the real question is the backside of that statement, though, and is that we hold the Bengals to 19 points and we can't beat them. Or in the words of Tomlin, we can't get 1 yard, we don't deserve to win. And we didn't. So, just my little rant there. Yeah. Interesting. He was a bit critical of the offense in his post game. Let's just say that. Did you guys catch any of the press conference today?
No. I was trying to stay away from football today, to be honest.
Yeah. Did he have it today? Wasn't it early this week? Or is it tomorrow? I don't remember.
I'm used to it being Tuesdays, so.
Yeah, it used to be Tuesdays, so I don't know. But anyhow, I had seen enough. Plus all the clips and everything you absorb. But, why don't we talk about Russ? Let's just go around the table. Russ, what is going on with this cat, dude?
Just full QB quicksand. Every time something goes wrong, he gets panicky, and he just hasn't had it. He's been in his own head for the last month.
Yeah,
might be doing him a favor to pull the plug on him right now.
Well, I'm surprised I haven't heard more of that, but I'm hearing enough Justin Fields. But we all know, sitting here, and you guys all know out there, or know Tomlin, is that for him to start Justin Fields in a playoff game would not only be disrespecting Russell Wilson, right? Who helped get him there, and who's been the starter, the anointed starter from day one, no doubt, to admit he's made a mistake. Or, as we talked today, Kitch, might hurt. And that would probably, other than a few plays here and there, probably going to be the only way we see Justin Fields.
Outside of an injury.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's going to be Ross no matter what. Tomlin won't take him out.
No. Yeah, dance with the devil you came with, right? That dance with the devil you brought.
I don't know. I still can't help but feel that, like, even if we had started Justin Fields the whole year, we probably still would have ended up 10-7.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we would have
And
ended
I
up
think
there anyway.
most fans agree with that point. Yeah, that's true. So, well, I mean, it is what it is now. We see Russ. We're seeing the Ravens coming up. But let's continue to talk about this Cincinnati game, though. I mean, here is my biggest takeaway from this game is I was looking to see the same thing we did to them the first game in this game, and we saw the exact polar opposite. What the hell was that? Are you just trying to outsmart yourself here?
Yeah, I don't know. They made a lot of changes and we didn't. I think
it was like, oh, we just gave what the defense gave us. Well, what did the defense give you this time? Something completely different? I'm like,
Well, I mean,
you think he out chess matches himself sometimes?
well, I'd say one of the biggest factors in the entire offensive game plan falling apart early was something is going on with George Pickens. They got in his head early and were there all night. He dropped so many passes. His only catch was for no gain. It's just been awful.
What did he have? Butterfingers before the game, or what happened?
I don't know, but he was pretty invisible against the Chiefs too.
Yeah, well, it was his first game back off the hammy, right?
Yeah, which okay, we could chalk up the Chiefs game, 3 catches, 50 yards to him being dinged up. Right. But then he has even more time to prepare for this game, and he's not on the same page with Russ.
10 days.
Yeah, like Russ missed them, late in the game. Every time he did hit him, he dropped it. Unless it was a bubble
one
screen.
wide open.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the one where he's wide open at the end of the game, which directly led to that Pat Freiermuth drop. Which, again, I was saying this at work today, and I was saying this during the game. He's going to catch all the flack for this, yet he's probably the biggest reason we were even in this game offensively.
Who,
He was our most consistent weapon. He had 8 catches, 85 yards, and a TD.
Yeah, great game.
Yeah, that's a pretty damn good game for a tight end. Meanwhile, who else on offense receiving wise did anything? Because he had over half of Russ's passing yards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just like Jamar Chase for Burrow. Burrow only had what?
He had like 270.
Okay, still a good chunk of that was to Chase, and it was mostly because we kept setting Corey Trice up to fail.
Yeah, what a shame. I mean, and actually, I thought he played pretty decent, other than when you let him out there in the one-on-one out there in the flat, like wide open.
Well, there were several times that I was seeing us run the same soft cover 3, which was about the only time our defense was giving stuff up. They would just routinely run these. There it is again, routine soft coverages.
Yeah.
And I feel like the vast majority of the plays that were made on us were either insane catches or schematic failures. They kept running that little slant hook into the soft spot in that zone, and were just killing us with it all game.
Yeah. Well, they found it. They exploited it like a good quarterback and receiver trio would do. So, yeah. I mean, quite frankly, I'm sick of it. I've been sick of it all year long.
Yeah.
You get a personnel, those guys, it's the only way. You either got to get it to Burrow, you got to disrupt the timing. You got to get to Burrow quickly and don't give him time for the play to develop and the receivers. And you got to jam them at the line and just get in their head and get in their face and just be physical. Because once those two get full stride, they're just big, tall, lanky, strong receivers, man, with great hands. And, you got 2 seconds, 2.5, 3 seconds, maybe, to maintain coverage on those guys. So, either one of those two has to happen. You got to disrupt the timing on the receiver's part, or it is, rush the pass or create pressure on the quarterback. And, I thought we did okay after a while. I mean, that first drive was just like, what the hell are they doing? Like, hello.
I thought I was going to have to turn off
Bring
the
out
game
the
early.
smelling salts here because I'm not sure if these guys are. It's just ding, dunk, ding, dunk, dunk, ding, dunk.
Well,
dunk,
like
right
the whole
now.
time we were just playing a soft zone and not like there was no blitzes. It was just 4-man rush every time.
Yeah. And where are those blitzes gone? Watched little ditty on LeBeau. We watched that Kitch post game.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Steeler fan, howdy to you, sir. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, we're just getting into it here. So, what was your point again there, Kitch? Yeah, we were watching LeBeau's no blitzes. This 4-man rush.
As soon as we did start bringing pressure, though, that's when we started getting sacks.
Right.
Preston Smith, Queen, Herbig, Benton, all of them got sacks. And then Cam was helping set the tone with, his batted passes at the line. He did it 3 times.
Yeah, I love that.
That was freaking awesome. It's just in his face all game long. Yeah, man. Upset week. Broncos upset the Bills, Steelers, Ravens, Chargers upset Texans.
Sorry, buddy. We'll get to that Thursday, but I'm just gonna lead with I disagree, but I like the spirit.
Excuse me.
I at least agree with the Chargers. But.
Don't worry, we're going all upsets this week.
Interesting. I don't know about you guys. I've seen all kinds of different scenarios looking at like how, and we, it's possible we could be seeing the Chargers here. You never know. Anyhow, back to the Bengals. Back to the Bengals.
Back to the Bengals.
The Bengals.
The Bengals.
Mr. Steeler fan, were you around to hear Myron Cope do games live? What about you? What about you, Andre? He was crazy. Yoy.
Yeah,
Double yoy. And of course, another segment I'm going to be writing about too. The terrible towel. I mean, there's so much to write about the terrible towel and the curses that it has with it. Good stuff. Anyhow, here I go off the rails again. Hey, Baron, what's up, man? Solid to you too. Thanks for joining in. Man, we'll get some new listeners tonight. Appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Wild card defense is legit. All 3 of them upset week 1. Yeah. Well, we'll definitely be getting into that on Thursday's episode. So make a note of that, guys, and join us Thursday. Well, I want to continue just kind of tearing down the Cincinnati game, and then where it's left us heading into the playoffs like this. We talked a lot about the defense kind of doing their job. Obviously, there were problems with Russ, Pickens. I mean, is it Russ, Pickens, or are we like seeing like Matt Canada 2.0?
I'm just going to answer with yes to all 3.
All the above seems like a good answer here.
all yes sounds like a good answer here. I keep seeing the thing about Arthur Smith potentially being taken by the Jets as a head coach. For the love of God, do it. Please take him. Jets, just take him. I get to also
we'll stamp that one.
Continue making fun of my buddy who's a Jets fan because he would have Arthur Smith.
And you know what I'm tired of hearing about too? Well, if you get rid of him, then who are you going to get? Who's the best out there? Well, they seem to find a good coach when they hired Chuck Noll. They seem to find a good coach when they hired Mr. Bill Cowher, and they seem to find a good one when they. So they're doing all right. They'll find another coach out there. But I'm just tired of hearing, well, who are you going to replace with it? There's a couple coaching positions already out there on the table, and some big time players wanting to trade away from their team too. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops, and that'll be on our cut sheet for Thursday's episode, guys. 50 points in the game, something we never did under Canada. Yeah, well, keep in mind who we had at quarterback too, Mittens or Mitch.
Yeah, all you got to do is watch that one play of Mittens as an Eagle, and you'll understand.
his pump fake that wasn't.
Yeah, that almost caused him to do a whole front flip. He just face planted trying to pump fake.
Didn't have enough stickum on his mitts there, man. Not enough stickum.
Hey, he's just trying to make up for them tiny hands.
It's the 2 gloves, man.
Yeah, it's the mittens.
And then there's Ben Roethlisberger,
who blew out his elbow by doing that all
yeah. 10,000
without
pump
doing
fakes
a
later.
front flip.
I have no elbow. Hey, shout out to Beanie Bishop, man. Gets back in there, gets some action again, and what's he do?
Picks him off. Let's go.
Yep.
4th pick of the season. I mean, that was a hell of a play. When you watch that back in slow motion, which they gave great coverage on that, how who broke that up initially? Was it Queen broke that up?
Yeah.
Was in on that pass, kind of loosened the ball up, and man, he like a shoestring grabbed that right off the ground, never touched. That was beautiful.
Yeah. Well, Bishop's picks have been highlight reels this year.
Yeah.
The one against Rodgers was amazing.
He's done well. And another positive play by Connor Heyward.
Yeah, he
Another
slid.
off punt recovery.
Yeah. Used to be, he was kind of going the other way. Last year, anytime he was involved, it was a positive play. Yeah, Beanie did, Mr. Steelers fan.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole Cam Sutton thing. That's an off-season topic there. This whole Cam Sutton thing.
Yeah, he's been bad.
Why? All right, we'll just leave it at that. Yeah, what else? 4 sacks. You talked about that. Queen, Herbig, Benton. My man Smitty.
Yeah.
He's Smitty. Nikki laughed at me when I came up with that. I don't know if they used that or not, but we gave him our own.
Well, I mean, hey, I used to call D'Angelo Williams D. Willie, so
D. Willie.
yeah, I love D. Willie.
Oh man, I loved him. I wish we could have had him for a long term, like we did the bus. Man, he would have been great.
That guy was awesome.
Imagine those two, 1-2 punch.
Yeah, he was great.
He was kind of at the end of Bus's career there, but man, what a great pickup for that time. So yeah, good stuff. And we just the offense struggling again. Just what were the stats? I've heard so many numbers running through my head all day long. What were the stats about the times 1st and 2nd down we ran?
A lot.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't keep track.
It was like 20 of 24 times or something like that. Again, the exact opposite of what we were successful at doing last time. Why not come out and try it again anyhow? You wait till the second half to even start throwing the ball, and then like they flip the script again. Too little, too late. I don't know. Why can't this team like figure it out, get on board, and just roll? We were given plenty of opportunities. You know what I mean? What did we do with the interception?
Nothing.
What did we do with the muffed punt?
Wasted it.
Yeah, wasted.
Did we even kick a field goal in that? Or was that the one that we went 3rd and 1 and couldn't get it, 4th and 1 and couldn't get it? Was that the drive?
I don't think so.
No.
I think we got like sacked and then a long field goal probably.
Yeah, I think that might have been it.
Might have been one of the field goals. But nonetheless, I mean, of those, I don't know, not making routine plays routinely. How many times did we have to hear that today?
Yeah.
Boz doing it again, man. 54-yarder. He came within, 2 field goals?
Yeah, tying the record.
Yeah.
Steele, wasn't he still, though, highest point total? Highest point scorer of the NFL? Did he get that title?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
I know he set a Steeler record.
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He surpassed his record. Yeah, breaking his own record again. So, yeah, kudos to him. Deserves a Pro Bowl bid. Yeah.
Our run game couldn't get it going. We didn't really have a balanced offense. You want to guess who had the longest run of our day?
I know who it was. I'm pretty sure I know who it was, and that was Russ.
Russell Wilson with the
Yeah.
12-yard
Wait,
run.
wasn't that the play where he should have run out of bounds, but he decided to try to run somebody over and it failed miserably? And it
Yeah.
caused us to have to hurry into that, quick pass to Muth that was dropped.
No, that was earlier, like a drive before. It was in the fourth quarter.
Either way, he wasted so much time.
Mhm.
What was he doing, man?
All he had to do was just instead of taking that step into him, jab stepping, and if you have to dive to the sideline at that point in time, we don't have timeouts. You need to stop the clock. You're a
Yeah, I
veteran.
think that
You
was
should know that
that was the end of the game.
that was the last drive.
Yeah, I think the other.
Well, it was like the fourth quarter because that's the only time we did anything.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see? What was it, after the third quarter? Russ only had like 93 yards passing. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was as first quarter went on, and they were rattling off stats, and yeah.
Well, it's like Chase had 93 yards for the first 3 quarters, and Russ only had 93 yards passing. It was like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, we pretty much. But let's talk about announcers for a minute. Pretty much just got pounded the entire night from Joe and.
Wait, did you see this one quote he said about this is not a playoff team? Basically, you're gonna get you're gonna get killed.
Pretty much.
Well,
yeah.
we play like we have for the last 4 weeks. I can't really say he's wrong.
Like, he was brutally honest on us. It's like, you're gonna lose.
I mean, I feel like with the defense getting healthy before this Ravens game, solid chance that this is going to be a lot better game this time around.
Yeah, I just continue to have this feeling, and we'll get into more of our thoughts on that as this plays out. And it kind of falls right in line with what Mr. Steeler fan here is saying. And I kind of caught wind of this too. If I'm Harbaugh and the Ravens, do you really want to face the Steelers a third time? I mean, didn't you catch lightning in a bottle last time, maybe? And that was the game you were due to come out on top. And 1 out of 2, but 2 out of 3. That's a tough bid for either team, really, if you think about it. And yeah, the ball did not go our way at all. The ball hasn't gone our way for several games now. And guess what, Mr. Steeler fan? As far as flags go, you're going to see a few of them this week, because guess whose team is back reffing this game again? Joey Porter's friend.
Oh, no.
I believe a lot of DPI and a lot of roughing the passer penalties. So going to see a lot of action. This would be a great game for Justin Fields to go head-to-head with Lamar, though. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a lot better game.
That would be a lot of fun.
Gonna get.
I think I'd probably enjoy that game more, even if we lost it, than watching what we've seen the last 4 games.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me. I just like seeing competitive football. I mean, I wouldn't have had a problem if we would have tit for tat. It was another game like we had before, and it came down to a field goal or who had the ball last. You definitely don't want Joe Burrow to have the ball last in those type of games. But no, it wasn't that at all. It was like, let's run into a wall. First down, wall. Second down, wall. Third down, running back toss. Oh shit, that didn't work. Let's try it again. We'll try it again next series. Don't worry. We'll do better next time.
We'll get them next time.
We'll do the same thing, and it'll turn out differently next time. I'm sure of it.
What is it? We're dialing it up to Van Jefferson in clutch time for us.
Dude, I think he needs to get Jefferson off the field. Put Skoranek out there, man. Come on. And Williams. Come on.
Yeah.
Wait, did you see Williams? He had 1 catch, 1 target, 25 yards. Then he went in.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
They just they let him come in for 1 play a game, and he does something insane every time. And then, yeah, why even trade for the guy if you're not going to use him? The first play we actually used him was that Hail Mary ball.
I'm gonna call him the 1 catch wonder.
the moon ball against the Commanders for the win.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing.
Well, after the dust all settled this weekend, regardless of whether Cincinnati beat the Steelers finally again, it was all for naught because they didn't make the playoffs anyhow. And I couldn't have been happier for that.
Yeah, the Chiefs were just like, oh, yeah, we don't want to see that guy in the playoffs. Here, Broncos, player practice squad.
Yeah. We're
The
just gonna
Chiefs are
start-
like, let's try to lose as fast as possible.
Yeah, gets buried 38-0.
Yeah, I think they scored like 5 seconds in the game on a big running touchdown.
Now there's a good point. And
Mhm.
yeah, I think he did. I think Pickens did give up on this. Like I said, they were in his head early, and he is very immature, so getting in his head is not that hard. We've seen it all season.
No, and isn't there some frustration there? I mean, let's face it. Did he get any targets first half?
Yeah, but I think he dropped them.
Well, it's the one catch for 0 yards, and he had one drop.
Oh wait, yeah, the catch on the bubble screen was in the first half.
The catch for no yards.
Yeah.
Well, our offense didn't do anything the first 3 quarters, so
He gave up on something, Mr. Steeler fan. I'd just say that. He gave up on something. I don't know if himself, I know I saw clips of Freiermuth over there talking to him. That was after he got into it with fans on the sidelines or something.
Yeah, Pickens is out here trying to fight the fans.
And then Russ on his knees in his face. Like, what the hell? This is like a whinier peed my pants version of AB.
Yeah. And he
Right?
dude shows like no effort on his routes. He just, with the exception of, yesterday apparently.
Well,
Has no
remember
defense.
I didn't want to get hurt on that play.
Mhm.
So I didn't block for my receiver or I didn't block for my teammate.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, like, if our evaluation process of receivers is just like completely excluding their mental stability or what, but it's been a problem for a while now, not even just Pickens. We end up with these insanely talented receivers that are complete head cases.
well, I think Tomlin's supposed to be the guy who's supposed to be able to handle these type of players.
Right. But
Well,
Belichick,
clearly
he's not. Let's be honest. Belichick, he's not. He can't buddy up like so many comments, little slights. Tomlin did his best to keep that out of the public. What his thoughts are with that, but like he just couldn't help it. And it's getting old. Like, shut your mouth, go out there and catch the ball. If you don't, then you'll get less targets. And if you do finally get a target, you better catch it. I mean, I would send him out. Just if I was Tomlin, kind of spite my face a little bit. I would send him out as a decoy every single time and not throw the ball to him one time. One time, not one time. Get Williams, Skoranek, and Austin on the field, and forget about Pickens.
Well, we might have to see that a little because they're going to double team, Pickens next week probably. So,
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Well, perfect.
Well, I don't know. They might just straight up, like, I wasn't saying that they haven't always existed. I'm just saying Tomlin hasn't been able to handle them like other coaches.
No, we really haven't. They are all divas. I mean,
yeah, they're like most number one receivers, like the elite receivers in the league, are divas.
Yeah.
There's a difference between being a diva and being a head case, though.
Immature. Yeah. I mean, you could be a diva, want the ball you want, and be glamorous and all this stuff, but like, get out there and get it done, though. Right? Get it done, and don't whine and pout and take plays off. We know where that'll get you.
well, yeah. He didn't look good, had a lot of drops. I'm hoping it's just a one-game thing, though.
Oh yeah, that's true, Mr. Steele, and that list that goes on. It certainly does. But you know what? The NFL has bred that. It's been bred the whole way up through the ranks, from high school through college into the NFL.
It's usually the guys that keep their mouths shut and keep working, though, that end up having the best careers. Outliers, of course, being T.O. and Randy Moss, given their top 5 all time in receiving. But, like, look at Jerry Rice. He didn't really stir any issues. He's the greatest receiver of all time. Look at what Mike Evans is doing down in Tampa. How often do you hear him pipe
there
up?
you go.
The worst you see him
Kudos
do
to
is
him.
getting into it with Marshawn Lattimore, and those guys hate each other.
He got paid too, didn't he? By hitting 1,000 yards, right?
11 years in a row.
$3 million for that catch.
That's awesome. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, congratulations to Mike Evans on that.
Him and the Baker connection, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Baker's not a Brown anymore. I can like him.
Yeah. I always did, but to be honest with you, we weren't really fearing the Browns when he was with them. But I always liked Baker Mayfield. And I love his commercials, man. He was actually, and he was non-presumptuous or anything like that. He was just kind of comical.
Yeah. He's just a goofy dude.
Kind of like a Peyton Manning. He's just kind of doofy, not goofy, not doofy, but goofy. Kind of silly. And a good
you're thinking Eli Manning is kind of doofy.
Yeah. Yeah. Peyton Manning. I'm Peyton Manning. That's a good one. Yeah, anyhow, where the hell were we, Mr. Steelers fans?
Diva.
Pardon me. I'm sorry.
Well, we need to get our wide receivers going. I was hoping to see more Calvin Austin this game, but he then fumbled it. Kind of a disaster. But then he got 0 targets after that, which I was hoping they get it back to him so he'd be able to rebound from that.
And couldn't you see in his eyes? Did you guys catch the one shot of Tomlin? It kind of caught him, and he looked like a deer in the headlights. Did you guys catch that?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. What was going on?
He was kind of like...
Oh, yeah, they saw it. Tomlin looked like he was ill, honestly. Sick.
He did not look good.
Oh, yeah, they
apparently
said
Cam was... Yeah, Cam was sick, too.
I mean, was there a flu going on? Because some of our players didn't act like they usually do.
We heard his presser afterwards, and it was pretty rough. We're like, man, that cold, dry air, that'll do it to you, too. But then we hear he was sick.
Well, in that case, give him even more credit for what he managed to do while playing with, likely like a flu.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, he's one of the oldest D linemen in the league, and he's out here competing and playing better than guys 10 years younger than him.
Yeah. He's one of the few players, 36 with 8+ sacks. He's going off, man.
Yeah.
Having a great year. Yeah, definitely.
Eight bad passes on the year.
I think the only other still active at his position that's older than him, I think, is Calais Campbell. He's 38.
Really? I didn't realize he was that old.
Yeah. Calais Campbell's been around forever.
Yeah. Who did he start out with? Was he with
Cardinals?
Cardinals.
Yeah. I feel like it's on the Falcons and then Ravens a long time.
Yeah, I thought it was an NFC team.
He was on the Jags briefly.
Yeah. I always remember hating him because
wasn't everybody seems like. Oh man. All right. Well, that's a wrap. Want to put a bow on it?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
The Calais Campbell thing. His rookie year in the NFL, he was with the Arizona Cardinals. What year was he drafted?
2000 maybe?
94. 94.
Calais Campbell was drafted in 2008.
Oh, wow.
Mr.
Okay.
Steeler fan got it. Yeah, the reason that's significant is because he played in Super Bowl 43.
What? Crazy.
Against the Steelers.
Wow. I forgot.
Yeah, he is a rookie. The only remaining active player from that game in the league.
Wow.
Hey, welcome, Wild Herb Ways. Trying to decipher this one. Child Media School.
You want to recap our predictions real quick?
Yeah, let's go that.
We all picked the Bengals, so I guess except for DJ.
All right. Where is it? Do we have it up here?
Oh, I think I forgot to put it in.
Oh, okay. Well, you got it there. So read them off. If you got them. Read them if you got them.
Well, I remember I had 28-24 Bengals because I was expecting there to be a little more offense in this game.
Yeah, me too. I had us going 35-30 Bengals. I thought we'd put up a bit more offense, but I guess we didn't. Our offense didn't show up,
Yep.
Unfortunately, we didn't show up for the game, or offense at least.
Here I
Pickens
found
left
it.
his
Yeah.
hands at home.
I got it. Yeah. 28-24, Kitch said.
Yeah. Let's see. And I went
DJ had 28-20.
28-20.
Yeah. So we all had it right, but higher scoring.
Hey, yeah. Right.
Yeah. Expecting a little bit of high scoring game, but I guess not.
Other than DJ. DJ, it was a homer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's just kind of like, whatever. I've picked the Steelers every game so far. Why not change? Well, why not keep doing it?
Well,
I mean, it worked out for him. It means he went 10-7 on the season.
Right.
Too.
If you picked them every game, then yeah, you would have had a winning season too, or non-losing season.
Yeah. Let's go win slightly more than half of these games.
Yeah. I think we were mostly right on the season predictions. We had 9-8, most of us, 10-7.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into that after Wild Card Weekend. We'll go back and rehash our predictions. And I got some good news. We just got to settle on a time, but we've got KDKA Sports Media broadcaster coming, and as soon as we can nail him down, we'll be happy to get him in there. So stay tuned. We get a local sportscaster guy on there. He used to be on the Fan. I think he still is. KDKA guy. But anyhow, you might be able to guess who that is. And as soon as we can nail a date, he'll be joining us here soon. Probably during the playoffs at some point, I'm guessing. So anyhow, stay tuned for that, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Wild Herb Ways, Mr. Steeler fan. Of course, Andre. Appreciate you guys, man. And Baron George, salute to you, sir. Appreciate you jumping in, as always. So thanks, Steeler Nation. Have a good rest of your week. We'll catch you Thursday night here for the Ravens weekend. Go Steelers.
Go Steelers. Good night.
Go ahead.
Well, let's hope we can turn this around. Go Steelers.
Bounce back time.
Yes, sir.
Check back next week into the Steelers realm.